Okay, status very small because there has been almost nothing. And the reason um, is that there is currently a hackathon in the Azure group, and because Orchard is awesome, my team is winning, and we are meet again this week.
Who's on your team?
Team, it's kind of yeah, it's the people from what we call the ADX Azure group. This is a framework and Visual Studio tools. So there is one guy per small team. So one guy from the ASP.NET, me, one guy from NT Framework, one from Redis Cache, and so on. So one guy from each of this team under Scott Hunter, who is the ASP.NET manager, and we are doing interesting things, and we are using Orchard for that. And
Is each team using Orchard or just your team?
sorry,
Is each team using
no,
Orchard?
no, 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 just our team.
Okay.
We thought it would be the best choice to show what we wanted to show. So
Cool.
as a framework, modular framework and things like that. So I can't work on anything less. Yep. So Orchard Watch, yeah. That's why there hasn't been any more changes last week. So this is just a local rebase to get Owin up to date on the 1.x, and it still works. It works perfectly. Very happy with that. And Nick working on the localization, fixing transliteration, removing translation service for now and ever, upgrading TinyMCE again every day, and that's not a complaint. Added support for custom encoding presets to Orchard Media Services. This is from Daniel, who upgraded, well, improved the media services. You can define custom configuration. It looks nice. I don't get what it does, but it looks nice. Plugins for TinyMCE. So Nick asked why we didn't have any TinyMCE modules, so not all of them. I said because we might not want to use all of them, and why. So I asked him to check with other CMSs what they do. You checked?
I checked Umbrico.
WordPress?
I checked Umbrico. I only checked Umbrico, and Umbrico did it, and it makes sense. It's a bit of a pain when taking them down, because if you want to use any of them, then you quite literally have to go and create your own module. So it's good that they're all in the same place.
So just about adding all the JS files.
Yeah.
What does Tiny say?
Yeah, exactly, Stanley. You have to modify the TinyMCE module to add your own script.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of a pain, and it will allow a little bit of so, I mean, it's a bit of a prelude to maybe adding configuration through the UI for the plugins. So it's only for the good.
The plugins are there, but they are not enabled.
Yeah, they're not enabled yet.
So so you will still have to change the TinyMCE folder to enable them.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as it was. So once I do make a change to the UI, it will be a lot better.
Okay, when there's a UI for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Pertinent is not an issue. You just do the settings inside the module, and this will be pertinent.
Yeah, it will be pertinent, Stanley.
Okay, so if it's good. And this thing, what is that?
So I spoke to you a while, maybe last week, and about referencing the content item within the TinyMCE body HTML view. If you go to the last file that I changed, it was saying model.bodypart.content item. and the view model was always passing text through, and obviously for the body, it was body part. It was passing through, but that wasn't happening for text fields, where text field is only passing through text. So what I did was I made the body, the parts.common.body consistent with the fields.common.text, and pass through the content item.
I don't think you need that, because it's already added automatically.
Is it?
From a field, you can do dot content part, dot content field, and dot content item.
On a text field. Really?
Yeah, you don't see that, but it's injected automatically into the shape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so
I just need to do field.content part.content item, right?
well, you can do also dot content item directly, I think.
I thought I tried that before, but that's why it was breaking.
Okay. Because
I'll take another look tomorrow, but essentially that was the reason why I
try
did
with
that.
dot content part and dot content field, and because I made the change, so it automatically from every shape from the driver. If it's for a part, it will add the content item and the part, and if it's for a field, the three of them, field, part, and
Oh, you know what? I think it's yeah. Okay, so I probably need to revert the change I did to the driver and the view model, but leave the rest of the changes, and tweak the fields.common. Yeah, so I probably just need to change the end of this to make sure. Yeah, so that will probably still work. No, how will that work if the view model? See, that won't work
if it's a
because
view model, okay, but
yeah, that's the issue. Is that this is a view model.
okay, this is because it's a view model. Okay then. Okay. Done. That's all the changes for last week. You want to show us your inline editing, Nick?
Sure. Okay, let me just present. I only made some UI changes, so it's nothing really massive to show. Okay.
Wait for Benedek.
Can you see my screen?
It's loading.
Okay.
And now it's loaded, thanks.
Okay, cool. So I just made some changes. I don't know if anyone can remember my old demo on inline editing, but it was using the TinyMCE version 3, and it was quite obtrusive, the way that it was working. So what I've done is I've modified it slightly to use the TinyMCE 4 module, and to make it a little bit less obtrusive. So now what you have is, I've made it so that you can see the areas that are editable at the moment. So I can click on edit, for example, and start editing inline. do anything I want, hit save, and that's done. If I can refresh that, and it's saved, and it's just quite a nice experience to be able to just do this in line quite quickly. I'm not sure what's going on there, probably a CSS thing. But yeah, I mean, it works with body and body parts. I'm not so sure about how I want to tackle titles at the moment, because this one is obtrusive because it's not using the TinyMCE editor. I was thinking about wrapping this, making it dynamically wrap the outer tag. So if it's H1, for example, wrap H1 around it, and then it would style. If I hit edit, all you would see is the save and cancel, and it would look just like the TinyMCE editor. But I think keeping the style like TinyMCE does, and keeping it all in line is actually really nice. The TinyMCE inline plugin is actually really cool. But yeah, that's my demo. Yeah, it's just really nice way to do editing. So that's all up on my GitHub repo.
Nick,
Questions?
yeah, I have one. What happens if you edit the title part and the auto-route part is configured to always update the route of the content item when the title is updated?
I don't know. I think it will probably change your URL. That's a good point.
I think so.
So
The title will change because you purchase a change. That's okay. But when you refresh the page, it's possible that you get a 404.
yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. I'll look into that. One other thing is, actually just remembered, is that if I close all this down, I've also hooked in Markdown support. So out of the box, you have, if you look here, you've got TinyMCE and Markdown support that come with it, and inline editing for the titles and the common body. So if you want to add your own shapes, your own inline editable shapes, the convention is just to add .inline edit, and by doing so, it will automatically pick those up for you and make them inline editable. It's up to you how you want to make it inline editable, but it picks it up and says it's inline editable, and we'll hook up and we'll wire up all the saving and the and updates for you. So it's kind of cool.
Saving or it's publishing?
Publishing. It will so save and publish. I think it creates a draft and then publishes it. So I mean, maybe a nice idea would be to have a draft mode, so you can make lots of changes and it will put them all as draft. So maybe you could flick between modes. That would actually be really nice.
Yeah, it will never work. You can still persist. It's fine. You're free to persist.
Yeah,
But it will never work.
it will work.
Would ever.
You've already seen inline editing working.
Yeah, it won't work. Too many unknowns, broken things.
Well, no, it's not broken at all. It works. It
It's-
works exactly how it was meant to work.
It's a demo. It's a demo. I dare you to take a real website and make it work.
Okay.
Because people always, as I said earlier, always customize their page rendering and they create a custom template. And then they break your shapes because they will inject the text of the body or the text of the field, and you can't edit that.
I mean, at the end of the day, if they override the title part, for example, then they could still create their own version or their own inline editable shape. The module still allows for that,
Yeah,
and it's up to you to say what you want to create, essentially. All you're doing in your shape is you're saying, well, just wrap it up in this using HTML edit.
Why don't you help Sipke in providing the inline editing in the admin page?
I didn't even know he was doing that.
He's doing that because the requirement for the dynamic layout was that there are two different views when you edit the element in the layout. the display and the editor. So this way, when you edit the layout and you drag and drop a paragraph or a title, this rendering can be inline editing if you want. If you update the rendering for the admin side to be able to enable inline editing in the admin. So when you manage your layout, you can live edit that. You don't need to go into another screen to edit the content.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see. Well, that's fine. I mean, there's no reason why that wouldn't work as well. I mean, those are still shapes, right? So they're still parts and shapes and whatnot. So
yep, but there
it would still work. All you would have to do is override the editor shape and say inline edit, and you would probably have it out of the box.
Each element will provide by default a designer surface that you can edit inline.
Yeah, and that's what the convention allows. You know, you do .inline edit CSHTML, and you use your that helper method, HTML.inline edit, and that's all you're doing essentially. Exactly what you said.
Hey Nick, is your code on branch that's available somewhere?
Yeah, it's up on GitHub.
Sipke, no, don't do that.
I just wanted to have a look at it.
Finish your stuff first, deliver, then improve.
Yep. I'll try.
Any new demo, Sipke, you want to do?
No. Last week's been crazy, so no progress. Nothing to show for now.
Jaguar of CMS, yeah. Okay. No other demo? Piotr, no demo?
There should be 5 images on that account now.
Rob, are you talking to us? I don't think so. So no more demos from anyone?
No.
Cool. Topics. Should we release 1.8.2 because there hasn't been any, or maybe no, we want to wait maybe for Zoltan to fix the bug. Zoltan, hurry up.
I will probably fix that still today.
You fixed it?
No, I will probably fix it still today.
Okay, I tried to look at it, but I can't run Orchard on my machine anymore. Why it's looking for Owin or MVC 5.2, which I use on WanderText or Owin branch, but now it's always asking for that, so I don't know what's happening. I tried to
clear. You have to go and clear your ASP.NET cache.
I did.
Your temporary files. Go clear those.
I did.
No, you didn't. You need to go and do that.
Jude, I did.
No, you obviously didn't, so do that.
There is also another bug that I think we should fix before releasing the next version, that after 1.8.1 it was introduced that when you try to run Orchard through IIS Express, so by hitting F5 or Control F5, you will get a yellow screen of death that image resizer is cannot be located or something like this. I copied the issue into the chat window. And this doesn't happen if you run the thread through IIS.
Okay. We need to open a work item related to that actually, which is remove image resizer and use something else. There is a new image manipulation library which does everything that image resizer does, but the license is more there are no constraints, so you might want to try that. And just for Nick, what is that? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, try. Okay, have a look and see if it's in anywhere else, like framework.
What else? I'm using the V4, so I'm going there. and then temporary ASP.NET files. There, I cleaned everything. There is also a user-based temporary ASP.NET files. I also cleared it. You want to check or you trust me?
I think I'm going to trust you on this one.
But I understand that somewhere, something is referencing these.
What about the dependencies folder?
There is something which might be related. I installed Visual Studio 2014 CTP. That might have broken some things, but yeah,
No, I think the Owin stuff is what I saw previously.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, it's not just Owin. It's also MVC 5.2. But here I'm running the OneNotex branch, so I have 5.2 for sure. But now it's trying to find Owin, and I know that at some point I've referenced Owin, but in another branch.
What about framework? You did framework 64. Did you do the regular framework one? The 32-bit one?
So how do I go there? Is there a difference here?
Let me have a look. I can't remember where it is.
Ask Google. Google will tell me.
Framework 64. So Microsoft.NET and then Framework 64.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, I didn't clear the ASP.NET temporary files.
It should be cleared. Well, it should be invalidated automatically. But this is weird. Let's try that. And obviously, it's beneficial for everyone in the meeting. Thank you, Nick.
I wrote that on my blog.
Wait, doesn't work still. Oh, but your blog about the Owin thing. Okay, but it's the issue is not relating with Owin. This is not. I'm not trying to run Owin. Okay. Yes, this is related somehow, but this is not. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. So you see, I've cleared it. I don't know. I'll ask the boss if he knows. There. Yes, maybe at least that. And I will also. Yeah, I will look into this one. Let me check if Zoltan says it should be fixed before we ship. Let's fix it before we ship. Okay. Topics. What's new? Does anyone want to talk about a specific thing in particular?
No.
Website, no news. No work. Gallery. Has someone started the gallery? We talked about it last week.
No.
Sipke, did you start a new module?
Nope, not yet.
Have you finished a module?
Not yet either.
Okay. Zoltan, anything new on the hosting module?
Nothing this week.
Okay. Stanley, how many PRs?
There are a few ready if you want.
Yeah, I've seen actually one or two, but I need to pull the ones from last week. Who else? Nobody. Fluent image. No, there is one in. No, I will find it. What is that? There is another one.
I used this before, and it was really nice for image resizing. I just couldn't find the name of it, so I thought I'd hunt it down.
So image resizer. It's something on.
Hey Bertrand, I've done the RTL stuff for your tree view. So can I push it? Should I issue a pull request on Bitbucket once the localization stuff goes in? Sure. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, I'll find the image library and I write it down. Let's see something actually. Documentation. I want to look at the roadmap to see where we are in the for 1.9 or 1.8.2.
By the way, are you giving credits in the release notes to people contributing to the documentation as well?
We will. We talked about it. Documentation.
Just localization?
Yep, talked about localization. So documentation as well would be nice. Or maybe we should add it on the documentation page, I don't know. At least for the release, that's fine. We can do sections on the release notes. So the trail done and done. Sometimes just a few bug fixes and nobody has complained. It's used. Draftable widgets done. I think the publish thing is fixed. This is done too. Date localization done. This one on track, so Sipka still working on that. Owin. This is, I will update it. Owin. Because someone might work on that. That would be awesome. Let me explain. Edit. Let me see. Owin. So just as a reminder, Owin works on 1.x. You can create custom middleware implementations. You just need to implement like an Owin middleware provider because it has to be tenant based and working. And what is broken is the spec flow test broken. So the only solution will be to implement the spec flow test in a different way by starting an IIS Express instance instead of using the HTTP runtime web server. Improved workflow module on track. I think it's been on track for a year now. Upgrading MVC 5.2 done, and there has been a new one 5.2. something that we will upgrade to, and same thing for web pages or YSOD. There is a new version. So 5.1 is done. Raise cache, I need to test it more. Same thing. On track, test. Localization on, it's almost done. Localization, what do you need to do?
Test it. So I've got a few people testing it already at work. I want to tweak the culture selector. I don't like the way it's implemented. It works. It's just I'd like to change it.
Okay. And that's it. Where was I? Should, let me see. Dynamic forms, dynamic layout. I will just include dynamic forms just as a reminder. Dynamic. Blah blah blah. It goes. There are different bunches, so this should not impact the release if we don't want to ship it. And that's it. This will be tackled. So what is, yeah, so if someone wants to commit, if someone wants to look into the Owin unit test, that would be great. This way we could include Owin, because right now if we push Owin like this is, it's breaking all the spec flow tests, and this is bad. Is Piotr here? Yeah, sad. Workflows. Workflows is awesome. What about the large data issue? It's resolved. What's the issue? I need to update maybe these parts. Okay, menu part, taxonomy part. Let me see, is that it? Yep, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, this one has been fixed. It's just August 28, and then he added some more. This one has been fixed. Comments part and menu part and taxonomy part should use the same logic. Okay, so I will reopen that. Was it fixed on 1.x? So active. I hide the new records. Submit. It's bug bashing. This one Zoltan is currently trying to fix. Are you confident with the fix, Zoltan?
Yeah, but I haven't started the fix yet. So.
I mean, confident that you will find the fix. Okay.
We should have a discussion with Nick about syscache. Should we use it? I don't trust syscache.
You can use it, but there might be weird behaviors.
Unexpected behavior.
So I don't know. I never use it. Some people like it in the admin because it makes the admin faster. But the issue is that with cache invalidation, and you never know if the cache has been correctly invalidated and you get stale data, or it can.
I used it and I saw data disappearing, and it was really weird. I don't trust it.
Stanley, are you using the syscache module?
No, I'm not.
Okay, just thinking about your title issue. Maybe one day we'll remove it, but right now we can't. What else? Any other topic? Let me see all the modules we have, if I have something in mind. Lucene, I'd like to see Elasticsearch.
Did you ever look at my Elasticsearch module?
No, I haven't opened the zip file, but I will at some point.
It doesn't compile, but there's because there's one file I didn't get around to doing. But I think all the calls look true. So
logs caching, nothing. Everything is beautiful here. Does anyone have any topic to discuss? Any question?
Bug triage.
What?
Bug triage, if there is nothing else.
Oh yeah, we could do bug triaging. What is CI AI? Case insensitive. About Lucene, is it CI? Yes and no, it depends what you need. It's the tokenizer that you use, actually, which is called the analyzer. So the default analyzer is case sensitive, but you can use a case sensitive one. You can use any custom analyzer you want. And 1.x contains extension points so that you can provide dynamically the analyzer based on the current culture or based on the feature you want to enable, which will provide a specific analyzer. Admin theme script Thierry is not here, so no news about that. Antoine also was working on one. So no news. Okay, let's see. Do some bug triage. Good idea. Still one rating, 5 on 5. Wow.
I thought we had a comment. Where did the comment
Yes,
go?
but it was spam. So it can be removed by maybe the complex team. So for those who don't follow the Thursday's meeting, we are reviewing pull requests and also work items in the chronological order. So we are back to January 17, and not possible to use visual properties in token. So this one we stopped here. Oh, wait. Proposed assigned to okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, this one is hard. Later, I will triage this one later. It's complex. We need to look at the code. I need to understand that. Manual upgrade button does nothing. Oh, actually, so you see, Stanley, manual upgrade button does nothing. So Stanley proposed pull request that we closed actually last week because the actual issue is to remove the upgrade button. So regression manual upgrade button does nothing. I will create a new issue and close this one. Remove manual please 1x. This, and if I go back, this goes
It's actually an interesting thing because manual upgrade is sometimes needed. So if a migration fails the first time,
no.
Why?
If it fails the first time, the next request will execute that again.
Are you sure? Because
Yep.
Okay, well, cool then.
Warm-up starter, IO exception, blah blah blah. Dependencies.compile XML is used by user process. Updating the bin folder. Then worker processes. Okay, you can prevent this exception. There's with host but no prefix when tenants with host and prefix won't be matched. Host is null, host prefix text1, text2. Okay. With the same host, but
I think maybe you fixed this a while ago with the changes you did to starting up tenants.
maybe I know I changed something for that. January 18.
Because that was totally one of the files that you changed.
Yeah, it has changed completely.
Yeah.
So you're done. Tell me. There is a pull request for that, it's no more here. And this one we postpone for review. Just putting it. T-string with Java causing just, yeah, you should not do that, Benedek, unless there is a bug.
But I had to do it.
It's a bug. JavaScript string encode, that's what we use, and you say it's better with an HTML extension. I don't. Yeah. So you are localizing something.
That's right. So we use it on a multi-language site, and it's working nice. With, for example, French text.
You sure it's working nice, but it's another extension method which make it. The only issue I see here is that it makes, well, it doesn't add that much value. It's just an extension method wrapping an existing method, you know.
Well, we have a lot of extension methods all over the place. I mean, in Orchard. It could be useful.
The more we have, the more Orchard is different than MVC, and people might be scared. It's just one more, maybe we have 100 and one more. It's not.
That's right.
But
I agree on that.
And you can put it inside. If you had pushed it, I wouldn't have said anything.
I didn't push it.
That's some people do that, they push it. And, okay, fine, it's there. Question: if we talk about it, I'm like, I prefer not to have it. If you ask the question, I know what users think, but it's just preventing you from calling this method.
Well, you can still call that method in the view, can't you?
That's what I say. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Take views like. Let me show you. You will see the usage. Just need to copy paste. On here. So you see we're in JavaScript, and it's not even just for the localization. Any string, localized or not, that are used inside JavaScript should be JavaScript encoded, because this string might contain a single quote, which will break this one. So you need to encode it all the time. Every time you do some JavaScript and you inject some Razor code, you need to do that.
And there's not a way of knowing from
future. It's not Orchard specific, just MVC view code, Razor code. Up and down buttons for query sort criteria don't work.
Weird.
Oh, well. When we look at the code, we'll see the issue. If it works, it doesn't work with 2 items, but works with 1. It's typical with the position integer that you use, or the SQL support. I agree. Active release 1.x. Still block on the performance issue. I haven't tried since I sent him a message. Persist is true for a sample connection string. Okay. Let's create a new form. How do I create a new component here?
I think you can do that when you're adding a new issue.
What do you say, Benedek?
You can add a new component, I think, when you're creating a new issue.
Okay.
Not sure.
Or maybe when editing an issue.
No, I'll remove. This one is very easy. Just need to remove a string, a part of a string. So anyone who wants to contribute could take it. It should be very easy to get your hand on the project. So I'll go back here. This one. Port missing in list management. Port missing.
By the way, it would be really great if this this EZP component would be documented somewhere.
Yeah.
If you want to come.
Definitely, I'm sure Benedict will do that as we are speaking. Project.net.
I will include it in the release notes. I mean, in the meeting notes.
Contribution. There is a contribution page. We updated it very. Prerequisite, working on request, submitting request, blah blah blah. So here, we could add it there. Okay.
Okay.
What is that?
I'm sure the actor denied this, but I think he just means manage HHH-list.
There is no built-in alternative for part shapes for a given display type. I see. Why not? Performance impact, maybe? Small. So part title dash summary. Part title dot summary. Part dot title dot summary. That will be that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, why not?
I don't get that. I think that's gone.
Yep, right. To result. Yeah, I've seen this one a lot of times. Completely. So let's say the API could have a way to add attachments. By this issue with the Azure SDK.
This was in November, so yeah.
And it's in the Azure SDK.
Isn't this just about the log level? The general log4net log level?
No, this is about trimming the end of a token. The end of a display text.
This? Oh, no, okay. Oh. For me, it looks good.
But what's he suggesting to do? So what's the difference between his version and the one below it? Ah, okay.
No, that's wrong. The param here is in the try pass token. Oh, that's the issue is here. Try pass token. There should be param here.
His was so the one was param. I think he's introduced token.
Try pass param.
He commented up. If you go back to his, you can see that he commented out.
Token param. Where is the declaration? Where is this used? This is a function. Okay, maybe the parameters are inverted. String object. No, that should be fine. I will open it just to see if there is an actual bug. Okay, done. What did I miss? Office is closing. Bye, 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 bye.
Sebastian, can you send me that open authentication code if you get the chance?
Okay, that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Sweet.
See you on Thursday for bug triaging, and next week for maybe, I hope, more news, more code. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.